In 1966, the US Army built one of its largest bases in Vietnam, but they had no idea that directly beneath the base lay an enemy tunnel network nearly 250 kilometers long. The base was called Chi Base Camp, about 30 kilometers northwest of Saigon, with thousands of American soldiers, helicopters, artillery, tanks, a powerful security perimeter, watchtowers and floodlights. It was an almost impenetrable military fortress. But still, every night, soldiers began dying inside the base. It was the same story every time. Night would fall. There'd be an explosion somewhere, then gunfire, chaos everywhere. By the time the troops arrived, it was all over. No fleeing enemy, no footprints, no bodies. Only dead American soldiers and silence all around. Every morning, the same report lands on the commander's desk. Another attack last night. The enemy has vanished. No direct engagement. Month after month, this went on. The commanders conducted daily searches in the jungle, but nothing was found. No camp, no supply route. It was all like fighting ghosts. Then one day, a patrol found a small hole hidden under the leaves just outside the base's barbed wire fence. An engineer knelt down and shone a flashlight inside. The tunnel went down, then turned, and then disappeared into the darkness. He stood up and said, "Sir, I think we found the problem." But then no one knew that just beneath this base camp, beneath the barracks, beneath the mess hall, a 250-kilometer-long network of tunnels stretched. Over the next 9 years, these tunnels would kill more American soldiers than any other single engagement in the Vietnam War. But the question is, how did an army with no heavy equipment, no machinery, and few resources build an entire underground city directly beneath the world's most powerful military force without anyone noticing? This is that story. The Chi tunnels were not originally a military project. They were first dug in the 1940s to survive French bombing. And when the Americans came to Vietnam, these tunnels had already been being built and expanded for 20 years. The soil in the Chi area was a special type, red latite soil. When it dries, it becomes almost as hard as concrete. It doesn't collapse easily, doesn't absorb water easily, and doesn't break easily even when a bomb hits. The Vietnamese chose this location because this soil was their natural building material. Their tools were also very simple: small handled shovels, bamboo baskets, and human hands. They dug at night so the enemy patrols wouldn't see. They carried the excavated earth in baskets and scattered it around so that no one from the air would notice the new piles of dirt. Each entrance was camouflaged, hidden under leaves, grass, or even termite mounds. Some entrances were underwater. You had to dive to find them. The entrances were intentionally made very small, only 60 centimeters. A small, framed Vietnamese person can get in, but a large American soldier cannot easily. When the Americans arrived in the early 1960s, the main network of tunnels was already in place, but the Viet Cong quickly understood who they were fighting against: the most powerful military force on Earth. So they went underground. They rapidly expanded the tunnels, connecting villages, adding supply routes, turning everything into one network. They built 3-level tunnels. First level, about 3 meters below ground. Second level, about 6 meters down. Third level, about 9 meters down. Each level was connected by vertical shafts, and there were trapdoors in between. These tunnels were not just pathways, they were an entire underground city. There was a hospital, a kitchen, an arms factory, a printing press, a well, and sleeping quarters. At one time, nearly 10,000 people lived beneath these tunnels. The American army used bombs, gas and fire, everything to destroy the tunnels. Nothing worked. Finally, they sent in special soldiers called tunnel rats, who could crawl through small openings, armed only with a pistol and a flashlight. Inside were traps, venomous snakes, and enemies lurking in the dark. The psychological pressure of this war was terrifying. In the end, 9 years, billions of dollars, and farmers with shovels held out against the world's most powerful military. When America left Vietnam in 1975, the Chi tunnels were still intact and operational.